night. This is update for March 21, 2022, day 26 of the war, end of the date update. We will start in usual way in a clockwise fashion, and we will start with Kyiv. Just a side note, we identified several new Russian units, and we'll mention them as we go through the specific front lines. Okay, let's start with Kyiv situation. So, first of all, no news, it's relatively quiet, just positional fighting here on the eastern side. We believe that the Russian 90th Tank Division is still building up or solving its problems with supplies. Here on the western side, there were some movements by Russian troops. First of all, we want to mention that we identified also that there is a 5th Tank Brigade operating here in this area on Zhytomyr highway. And the reason is because here it's becoming kind of less woody terrain, so it's more suitable for tanks. So they operate in this area. Sometimes they do attack towards Kyiv, but then they retreat. But they control this kind of section from Buzova to including Kopeliv. So Russian troops today kind of increased their area of control. And you see they just took over this kind of foresty area, and they destroyed communication. Ukrainian army military communication center somewhere here in this area. So they slowly gaining more control, and probably the goal they have, immediate goal, is to kind of approach Irpin river and have full control of the western side, western bank of this river here, so that then they can launch, they then attack towards Vasilkiv, and then from there they go towards town of Obuchiv and Ukrainka. So this is kind of like, and then they finally cut off. But even if they get Obuchiv, they essentially cutting off Kyiv from supplies, from everything, from the rest of the country. Even if they conquer Vasilkiv, it will be pretty much 70% of the task done. Because at that point, this road is kind of minor road here. So that's going to be the only really ability to supply anything to Kyiv. Because here, this is called Odessa Highway that goes kind of like bypasses Vasilkiv here towards west of it. Okay, so this is what's going on here in the north around Kyiv. And then let's keep going. So everything is the same. Let's move towards east to Kharkiv. So everything's same here. No major changes. Positional fighting. Also the same in the Izum area. Positional fighting. No major developments there. The same goes true for Severodonetsk area. Just continuous fighting around the town of Rubizhne. And here Popasna. Just positional fighting. Again, here in Donetsk area, again, heavy positional fighting straight west of Donetsk. That's it for this section of the front. Here, let's actually look at Mariupol now. We also identified here that the Russian troops have 338. It's called the Radio Technical Regiment. It's like literal translation. And probably better translation would be Radio Electronic Warfare Regiment. That's probably more descriptive what it does. Let's actually look at Mariupol because we were extremely concerned yesterday based on some unconfirmed information, and we're glad that that turned out not to be true. But we do, this is a situation on March 19th. It's obviously got worse, but there is no ability to have any reasonable information on where exactly the fighting is right now. We do try to gather it, but it's extremely difficult. All we can say is the Russian troops probably moved a few more quarters towards the center of the city, so they're probably somewhere around this area, and they may have moved here as well a little bit further. So basically they try to kind of cut into two halves northern half and kind of like southern half Ukrainian defenders. And the point is, if you cut into two halves, then you can. It's easier to to destroy each half separately, as opposed to when you have a whole thing. So they're just trying to make it easier for themselves. So this is just big picture here again. Generally it's true. It's probably moved a little bit into more unfavorable position for Ukraine, for 36 Brigade and Azov Regiment. Let's look actually now here at this front line between town of Vuhledar and Zaporizhzhia. So Vuhledar is still in Ukrainian hands, despite many claims by Russian troops that they took it, and they admitted today that they still haven't taken it. So this kind of very thin orange line still holds for now. We'll see. As we discussed, we don't know how long Mariupol will hold, and once it falls, then this is going to be a problem in this area for Ukraine. Okay, let's move now further towards west. We identify here another Russian unit. It's a very kind of unusual situation. It's called 7th military camp, and what it is actually it's actually in the normal terms it's a 7th brigade, but because let me just explain you. So what it is, it's a occupational force in a part of Georgia that Russia kind of conquered. It's called Abkhazia. So they were pulled. So apparently Russian troops really need more manpower. So they pulled this occupational brigade, and it's called military 7th military camp, but it's really size of brigade, and it's really performs as brigade. So now it's here near Makariv as well. So otherwise, it's quiet here on this front line between the near Kryvyi Rih, between Dnipropetrovsk region and Kherson region. Also quiet here. So this is it for today. It was relatively quiet day, and in general, it's a stalemate. So till tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.